Good guys, how are y'all doing? How is everyone doing? Welcome to Poke Tea Time. My name is Yizzy.
And he's not a professional.
Whoa, calm down, dude. We just started, okay? We just started. I got it figured out. We are on Wi-Fi though, so I do want to prompt everyone in there. My Ethernet just crapped out, okay? My cord. I don't know what happened to my cord. It just right before the stream started, it decided to be a little funky, do a little funky jam. All right. But are you good, Shiv?
Yeah, I'm looking at chat. Do we have no video and or audio
No, we have audio.
and video?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
we're good to go.
'Cause I'm not seeing anything happen on the
Bro,
YouTube.
bro. First time watching, what's good? Okay, so welcome to Poke Tea Time, where we serve you up a cup of hot takes on what's going on in the Pokemon community. I just want to say that we aren't licensed professionals, so definitely do your due diligence. Try to educate yourself what's going on, but we're here to help at the same time. So for sure, do your own research. How you doing, Shiv?
Oh, that's what's going on. It was a different stream, so everyone's in the other stream right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let me go. Let me tell everyone. What the heck just happened? That was so weird. Let me tell them.
Oh my gosh! No, Shiv, just continue, man. Just continue.
Okay.
I'll figure it out. I'll go cancel the thing right now, and then we just keep continuing, man. We just keep continuing. I got this. I'm doing.
All right. I'm Shivam, aka not Shivam. It's your boys Harold and Kumar. Not the best way to represent us, but I mean it works. But how have you been, Yizzy? You doing all right?
Yes, I'm doing all good, man. I'm recovering right now. I'm fixing everything, so we should be good. We should be good.
Yeah, you're definitely not a professional. I'll say that.
Okay.
I wanted to start. I know my good pal Jeff the Ref sent a package in. I don't know what it is. Bro, no way.
What?
No way.
What?
Dude, he sent me a mug.
Oh, Jeff the Ref. Yo, Jeff the Ref is definitely like a long time viewer or like a good fellow supporter.
Dude is a goat. Look at
Jeff.
this.
Okay, Jeff the Ref hooking the homie up. I see you, man.
This is awesome.
What does it say on the back?
I-
Does it say Yizzy Pokemon on the back?
No, why would it say your name? You're not that great.
Whoa! Excuse moi. Okay.
Bro, once you make TikToks, then you can get something special.
Okay. But come on. Let's go ahead and let people know what is going on today, Shiv. Let them know.
So today we brought in a true veteran of the Pokemon community.
Okay.
She has been here for a very, very long time. She has been helping people out for ages. She has been a middle.
Whoa,
woman.
you calling her old?
No, I mean, we're the same age.
Okay. Keep going.
She's been doing middleman services longer than I have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she truly is an example for the Pokemon community and what true business dealing should be like and how it should go down. Like like she's basically the definition of professionalism. So we have none other than the wonderful Bodangers.
Boom! We got a Bonnie sandwich going, like I told her earlier. How are you
Hi
doing?
guys, my name is Bonnie. People call me Bodangers. I have been collecting since I was a baby, and I started my business at 21.
Yeah, it's called would you keep it where nothing is fishy?
My business name when I started it was Carp Cards. Our motto is nothing fishy goes around.
Nothing fishy. That's what it is. It's like you're like. It's like you're trying to tell them you're not fishy, which they're like, oh, that's fishy. But then they're like, well, if she was fishy, she wouldn't do it. So reverse psychology. I see you. I'm catching on.
It worked.
I'm catching on. I got.
Magikarp.
Yeah. But
So it's also, oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna give them a little take on like what's going on today. So we're gonna start this off, and we're gonna kind of ask her questions about like who she is, what she does, get into the more specifics of it, and then we'll transition to kind of the women in the community and like the pros and cons, what people don't expect, what people don't know, or what they should know about it, and how we should treat it otherwise. Because there's a lot of things that go on in here that people don't know. And then we're going to do a Q&A at the very end and maybe talk about some current news. And then, yeah, so definitely stick around towards the end. Mm-hmm. Okay, but yeah, were you going to prompt her? Let's get it going. Let's get these spicy interview questions that we didn't tell Bodangers and prompt her at all.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all spontaneous. This is none of this is scripted, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ready.
Ever. We always
So, just to break the ice, what is your favorite Pokemon set of all time?
Ooh.
That's difficult. My favorite is shiny Pokemon, so I would have to say Hidden Fates.
Wow.
Hey.
Shinies.
Modern people in the house. Let's go. Can I get a fire? Hidden Fates. I would say that too. A lot of people say that's like the best set that has came out in the past 5 years?
I think so. I agree.
About 5 years. Yeah. Is there a particular card you actually like in there that stands out, or is it just a shiny aspect?
I like the low-end Ninetales. The purple against the white is very beautiful. And I just like the Charizard, the way it looks down on you as it's flying away.
Uh-huh.
It looks like a boss.
Oh. Yizzy is slow. Am I slow?
No, you seem fine on my end.
Okay, I'll cover my mouth so they don't see that I'm slow. Yeah, so I know you like Shiny because I jumped in her stream one, right? She goes live a lot, so y'all should go follow her at Bodangers.
She was only like live, like really, like I.
Yo, she's like.
She was live at like 12 o'clock at night. And she was live. So I was like, this girl just does it all. Like, when does she sleep?
No, but she was like, easier staying around. I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing labels for like some of my breaks and stuff. And then she was like, okay, cool. She whips out like a whole binder worth of Shining Magic card. I'm like, I hate you so much. And she did it again. Oh my gosh, there it is. I knew she
had.
Dude,
I can't say no to an opportunity to flex.
Yeah. Boom.
Ready to go. It's like boom, ready to go.
Yeah.
Say, I have to make up for what I lack.
She says that too, and I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. But yeah. What is this? What's this? You see him? He's very disappointed in you right now. I told him I would call you out on stream, and I was like, you know what, Bulbasaur? It'll be okay. So I need you to personally apologize to this Bulbasaur right now.
I don't know about apologizing, but I want to squish it.
Okay. If nobody gets it, it's an inside joke. It's an inside joke.
Would you care to demonstrate?
This is okay. I'll demonstrate how you properly pet a plushie Bulbasaur. Okay. There you go, and then, quick. That's it. That's all I'm showing. We're keeping it PG in here.
Bro, I'm leaving.
What? No. We'll show if everybody stays, and if that's a question, we'll let people know. But also, you have any other questions? Whoa! I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I guess let them know more about your history, right? Like, when did you start collecting? Because she has a very unique story in the community that a lot of people didn't do, right? So most people start collecting, and there was always a fall off. Everybody in here, I mean, there is some type of fall off. But Bodangers is different. She's cut from a different cloth. So yeah, let people know like when you started, when you stopped, because I know you didn't. But yeah.
It all started when I was a toddler. I remember going with my parents. They used to own a couple of stalls at a flea market. And Pokemon was so hot back then. Everyone was buying out the Kmarts and EV Games, Circuit City, KB Toys. Pokemon products were sold out. My parents would scalp. We would go all the way around and pick up all the Pokemon products that we can find and resell them at the flea market. And from the products, I can use it for myself. So I was able to surround myself with Pokemon pencils for school, Pokemon folders, journals, blankets, utensils, T-shirts, hats. Everything was just Pokemon. Um, and they gave me a weekly allowance of maybe $2, $3, and I would buy a booster pack every single time. Um,
$2,
then
wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
$2. Some packs were $2 back then because we worked at the flea market, so other vendors gave us a discount.
Wow.
Unfortunately, because they were selling Pokemon cards, we weren't allowed to sell it. So if we did sell Pokemon cards, I would have had a garage full of Pokemon card products and not socks, which is what we have now.
Oh, you never run out of socks, right? I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, we have unlimited supply of socks.
So did any of that stuff like last? Like, do you still have any of, like, I know you have plenty of cards in your collection. Do you still have any of that older Pokemon merch from back in the day?
We have all the clothes and stuff, but with the cards, no, because something bad happened to them. So
Oh no.
Well, it
I
still
was
works out. Oh, I was gonna say that still works out because, like, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like vintage Pokemon T-shirts and shirts in general, they're blowing up in value. Like, I have a buddy of mine who has like a bunch of T-shirts and stuff. They're selling for like hundreds, 200, 300. Like they're
wow.
a lot of money in regards to like T-shirts. Like, it's crazy.
We wore all of them. So
No, like even like worn stuff sells for that much. Like, you can like I have a buddy who goes like flea markets and stuff, and he'll find something and he'll immediately sell it for like $200, $300. It's insane.
good to know.
Wow. But what's that story you're about to say?
I was such a giving kid when I was younger. I would take my cards to school, show them off, trade them until there was an incident on the school bus.
Oh no.
A bunch of kids wanted to see my collection, so I handed it to them. They passed it all around. Each kid took something out of my binder, out of my stack. And when I got it back, it was probably 4 cards out of 50 holographic cards.
Man.
And as a kid, I stood up to them. I said, hey, like, you can't steal. Those are my items. I need you to give it back. But they all like said we didn't take anything, and why are you like overreacting? And then my stop came. The bus driver told me to get off, but I was so reluctant to leave. I wanted my cards.
Oh man.
But I was forced off the bus, and ever since that day, I am totally against bullying, and I don't want to give up. I want to come back stronger than before and make those bullies regret ever picking on me, even though it was minor back then.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me. Everything I do, I try to speed it up, even working at age 13. I worked at age 13 and I saved up for Pokemon cards. And once I was able to work, I worked 2 jobs just to get everything back times 10. And that was pretty much my life goal after that moment.
Wow.
And you've successfully done that. Like, I see like sometimes when you pull out like your near mint cards or like from your binders and stuff, like just like you did right there, or whenever I see it on Instagram, I'm like, man, like this is like the thing is, like, a lot of people, like, they just see a lot of dollar value associated with something, but they don't really see like behind the work, like the work that actually goes into getting something. And like, I know for myself, like, if I show one card and I show it multiple times on TikTok, people are like, oh, you show that card all the time, show something else. Well, it's like, for me, it's like, that's like a year's worth of work getting one card, you know? Like, not many people really notice that. And seeing your collection as is, like, I know what it takes to get to that. Like, you know, I started grading cards, and I got a lot of inspiration in how you handle your stuff in terms of professional aspect from you. A lot of inspiration comes from you. So, like, when I see what you do, and I do what I do, knowing what I do now, it's like, I know how much work that takes. And then when I see what you do, that's a lot more work that's associated to it. Like, I've seen some cards, you know, that have like weird stains on them, and then you show an after picture, and it's as if the stain's not even there. I'm like, what the crap is she doing? That's insane.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Thank you.
a lot of people don't know how much work it really takes to get a piece of cardboard, whether it's a $4 card, whether it's a $500 card or $1,000 card. Like, it takes a lot to make $1. So, you've successfully multiplied what you've done, like what you lost. Like, you multiply what you lost, like, in terms of that, which is very, very impressive.
Yeah, you should see Shiv when he called me the other day. He's like, man, I wish I had such a website like Bodangers where it tells you when your process and all this stuff. And then now he hired somebody to build his website. Talk about inspiration from other business
like
people.
I need it. It's done. Like, see, the thing is, like, I wasn't planning on doing middleman services for so long, but it's like, it's part of the reason why, like, it's sustaining my hobby. Like, I don't have to spend a lot of my disposable income anymore in regards to Pokemon because this fee that pays for it. So yeah, I mean, it's just another extra added aspect of transparency, and that's really cool how, like, you stand up to bullies and stuff like that. Like, I know that sometimes, like, whenever you see, like, big scam events that happen, you're not afraid to call those people out, which is really dope.
Yeah,
Thank you.
she's fearless. Don't let this innocent voice and pretty face, scare y'all and let you know she will call you out. And then also this Bulbasaur. But a lot of people also are saying, they feel this too about the bullying and stuff like that. And I would like to share a quick story when it comes to that. I think a lot of people are like saying about bullying. Shiv actually does a really good job. He runs his Discord, and unbeknownst, some people think Shiv's a bully, but he is not. He literally, in our server management, he's the first to defend any like bullying around. Like, when he sees any type of bullying in our Discord or people trying to like be better or feel like they're bigger than someone else, he's the first to be like, guys, let's help this guy out. Let's not do this to people. And I think that's like really cool. And that's why I welcome Shiv like as one of my good friends. So I just want to go ahead and point that out. But yeah, dude, Bonnie, if you ask her to flex on you, she will flex on you. Like, you have so many cards. It's crazy. When you showed me your Gold Star binder, I was like, I'm done. I'm getting out. I'm getting out of your live now. Do what?
Can I flex one more time?
Yeah. While we talk.
Definitely. Like, it's so cool.
Oh,
how,
here you go.
Like I know. Like, I've heard you say that when it comes to your cards, like, there's a specific story involved for every one of your cards, and that stands true to like all the stuff that I've, either I've sold or, got, like, there's always a story involved, which I like the most. Like, that's like the best thing in regards to collecting. It's like, it's not even about actually having the card itself. I mean, yes, it's a good way to remember that story of how you got it, but it's still, the story is just what's priceless to me.
What I always say is, look at your collection now. If the value of your collection becomes $0, would you still love it the same?
Yeah.
And if there's a story behind it, no matter how much your collection is worth, it is priceless.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, that goes true to like people that have been collecting at least 2+ years. I mean, I wouldn't say even the newer collectors. That's not. Go ahead and flex while we talk if you want to. Boom!
Oh my God.
It's one of my favorite pages.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you just sold that box, didn't you, Shiv?
Yeah, I sold 2 boxes I sold 1 box in April and then 1 in June. No, July. June and July.
There's 18 of them right there, so.
I have more.
One.
Do what?
I only have 1.
Oh, dang. But.
And like, from what I'm seeing, like, those all look centered too, which is like the craziest part. Because like that set, for those guys who do not know, Plasma Storm had a really, really bad issue in regards to centering. Like, almost every secret rare Charizard or Blastoise is very, very off-centered. So, like my card is off-center, but when I sent it out to PSA, they granted it the OC, and I'm like, why did they grant this an OC even though it is an OC? Like, it already is OC. So, like, mine's like a Pop 2 OC 9 card, which is, like, really awesome. I like that. That's one card, like, I was like, I'm not going to ever sell. But those all look near mint. I mean, near mint and center. That's the craziest part. That is awesome.
So when I was younger, I had probably over 30 of these guys. I was buying them all out at $50 each, and then I sold the light played ones and then the moderately played, because my logic was the light played ones are probably going to go up like this, while the mint cards are going to skyrocket in price. So I took the time to buy multiple copies and pick out the mint ones, sold the light played ones for like credit towards a mintier copy.
That's smart. Do you think that's more difficult to do nowadays, now that the market is continuously increasing in terms of singles? Like, I find it, like, myself, like, knowing that I deal with like some high-end cards from time to time, I find it difficult, like, in this current market where prices are relatively volatile. Like, it's like, I like when I think of like the prices of cards like early 2019 or before like things actually popped off this year, I feel
Mhm.
like those cards were like in terms of prices they were going relatively sideways in terms of actual market growth. So it makes it I feel like back then was a little bit easier to doing your sort of method, whereas like now, do you feel like it's a little bit more do you feel like it's a little bit more difficult to do what you do now?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot more noticeably like difficult
Mm-hmm.
because of the types of sellers and people coming into this hobby. Back then, I guess people were honest. There's not a lot of scammers that would scam people for Pokemon cards, but now there's a scammer, like a larger scammer to non-scammer ratio. You
Mm.
have people lying about conditions and trying to feed you like lies. Oh, this is a PSA 10. You're going to make thousands of dollars off of it. When in reality, it might be a PSA 8 and you might have a hard time selling it. And you have to wait 8 months for
Mm.
PSA to finish grading it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just looking at eBay actually, and I was looking at I think I was looking at Gold Stars actually, because like I'm almost at the market to be able to buy Gold Star Rayquaza graded, and I was looking at a raw card, and someone said it was near mint, but like the moment you turn it over, you see so much whitening on the back of it. Like I think that speaks for itself. You know, like back in 2019 when I was buying near mint singles off of Troll and Toad and eBay, like it didn't happen as often as it does now. But like back then, I mean, you would get like the very few listings where people would say something's near mint when it's not. But like back then, it was just a little bit easier to find near mint product. Like I could cherry pick, Charizards in regards to what I could buy.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, like every listing I see that is a very valuable card, they say near mint, and it's just one of the worst things ever. Because like as someone who works as a middleman, when I see near mint, I automatically associate that to like a grading company's grade. So like whether it's BGS or PSA, so like it's like, okay, this is a 8, this is a 7, this is a 9. So like it's just one of those things that's kind of frustrating now, because like it's like you have to actually look at the cards now. You can't really trust people by their words or the descriptions, because it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's funny how like the approach is different now. Like Bonnie, when you said like collect what you want, back then that's what people did, and now everything's associated with, oh, like how much is that? Like, is it worth investing, or is it worth a lot of money now? Or like the motives and like their thought process of why they want the card is so different now. It's crazy from even a year or two ago. When we were collecting, it's just like we were like, oh, what's good? Like, what do I think it's fun to collect? What kind of cards do I want from it? We've got, like, you're seeing full art trainer people now, but like back then, I had friends like they were just strictly full art trainer collectors. Like now, everything's associated with like how much will this be worth in a year? And yeah, it's like such a different mindset now. I just find that very interesting. That like most of the new collectors, that's their first question.
I try to stay true to myself even when the market is changing. I want to be a good example and show the community that you can still collect what you want and be successful at it. You can cancel out the noise and you'll still
Yeah.
be successful.
Yeah. So like I want to touch on that a little bit more. Like you're very, very professional at what you do. Like you're a middle woman to the truest definition, right? So like talk a little bit about that. Like I know you're the type of person. You're very, very strict about what you do. Like even on your Instagram, if you're already getting too much on your plate, you will automatically put down on your bio like PSA subs or openings are now closed and stuff like that. Talk about your service a little bit more, and talk about your experience from when you started to like now. Like what's changed, and like how do people treat you as a woman? Because like I don't. Like I think you're like the only woman that I personally know, like that I know based off of Instagram, that is a middle woman.
hmm
Talk a little bit about that.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
And that Bulbasaur is tempting.
It's a pencil holder, guys.
Okay, so when I first got my like official job, I was working minimum wage and working at like doing school at the same time, and minimum wage wasn't enough, so I took 2 jobs. I was trying to find ways in investing Pokemon to start up like a business. So what I did was I purchased 3 copies of the high-end cards, one to keep, one to sell in the near future to make most of your money back, and then the third copy is to sell to make the rest of your money back and more, and then you can reinvest it, and you keep doing that. I had a few of my buyers. They're interested in me as a person. They want to invest in what I do and whatever dreams I have. They want to support me. So I had a lot of donors back then. They gave me like $20 here and there for me to get a PSA membership to privately grade for them. They don't trust anybody else, but they trust me, and they trust that I am able to teach myself. And that's where it started. And after I finished the first wave of people, they invited more and more and more, and they advertised for me. I've never really advertised myself. I don't think I've ever advertised myself on Facebook or any other groups. It's all by word of mouth. And once I started getting more and more people for middlemaning, international people came in, and international people needed someone who was trustworthy in the US to store their product. And that's when I started another branch of my business, international storage. So I would have a lot of people go shopping while their cards are at PSA. And I open the mail, I check everything and store it for them. And when the cards come back, I package it in one package and ship out. They save a lot of money, like $15 a package. Instead of that, they pay $30 for one package. And then I make a large cut of that. So we all win. And it's probably better for the environment long term. And then now I have more and more people investing in me. I don't really have to do much. They handle their own. I have people managing Facebook groups that I'm in, managing social media, managing my website, managing even shipping. I have people helping me.
Ooh, man!
Full-on team.
Yes, and I don't even know how it happened. It's just people that I trust. They trust me, and they just do everything for me.
Yeah, that's honestly that's kind of inspiring, because like for me, like even though I've been doing grading for about a year and a half now, I'm still, as someone who's been grading for so long, like the people who invested in me early on, I only charged them $1 per card, just because I wanted to, create credibility for myself, and then two, I wanted to basically make the process a little bit easier, because like these are the people that that basically got me, like they accepted me into like the Discord itself. Like I basically just did, I only charge them money just to essentially pay for supplies. Like I don't profit off of them at all. So like to this day, I don't charge them my normal PSA rates in regards to middlemaning. So like what you do is like actually really fantastic, because like you actually have a team dedicated to you. Like I'm still doing everything by myself. So like that's just so awesome, because like I know for me at times, like I get it's so, because like between my job that I do, because I work 6 days out of the week, and then having to deal with social media, because I'm trying to be a content creator first and foremost, and then doing PSA middlemaning, and then focusing on my health while going to the gym, it makes it really, really difficult, and I know how difficult that is. That's so awesome. So that's kind of inspiring, because like one day I will be in your position where I actually have a team helping me.
People forget that we are humans too. They think we are machines.
1,000%.
Oh man, that's true.
And there are times when I'm messaging someone and they're asking so many questions, and at the end of it, they're like, "Are you done with my sub yet?" And I'm here like, I was busy typing and answering all your questions. How am I entering cards at the same time? I wish I was an octopus.
Wow.
Dude, or like right now, I think like what's frustrating right now is because like when I started PSA middlemaning last year, at that time, you could send in a bulk submission to PSA, and you get it within the 45 business days or whatever service that you could. Like you got it in that estimated time frame. Now, like if you send something via bulk or any sort of service in general, unless it's like I don't know how Super Express is impacted right now, but I know like now with every service how badly impacted it is. You get a lot of clients who, even after a month, they get kind of frustrated. They're like, "Oh, where's my PSA subs? What phase is it at?"
Oh, I want to answer that.
Oh,
yeah, and like I'm the type of person who like
I know the answer to this.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, but essentially like when I answer, like I'm the type of person when it comes to middlemaning, if new news comes up, like if I see something new happen up, like if something's going on, like let's say it has moved, then I inform people. But if no news is coming in, then I can't really inform people about it. And so like sometimes you get a lot of frustrated people in that regard. So what were you about to say?
I don't, and here's my secret.
She's about to make you a lot of money.
I tell them you shouldn't be sending in cards if you're that anxious. It's not good for your health. It's not good for my health. So I think it's better if I return you your cards ungraded. And then I proceed to almost pull out their cards, and then they have two choices, three choices. Either they wait, or I pull out their cards and they have to upgrade it to Express if they are that anxious, or I can personally update them or call PSA on their behalf, but I'm charging.
That's what I was going to say.
And so I charge $5 every time they want a personal upgrade or update.
She about to make you some money, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, cause like even with like people that have been submitting to me for like a year now, and I've sent off some pretty valuable stuff before. I feel like I've been around long enough to have credibility at this point. Like some of the stuff that I've handled with is pretty decent in price. Not to the extent of what you work with, because like whenever I see like a DDS Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hands, it's like, man, like how many times do you get these? For me, it's like I would think by now, like after proving myself for so long and like having my face out there on a public platform, on many public platforms to add, I would think that these people who've been submitting with me for like a year and a half, they wouldn't be as anxious. Like I get so much of that, and sometimes like I feel like a lot of people get angry at middlemen, but they should be getting angry at the grading companies themselves rather than misguiding their anger towards someone who's just simply moving their product from one place to another and then safely getting it back to them at a cheaper rate.
Yeah. Bonnie. No, go ahead. If you have a reply to that.
For those angry people, I always say holding on to anger is like grasping a piece of hot coal with the intent to throw it at someone. At the end of the day, you are the one that gets burnt. So there's no point being angry. You got to change your mindset. And I talk some sense into them.
Yeah.
And they don't bother me.
So someone here is asking, have you guys explained what middlemaning is? Essentially, middlemaning is specifically in the PSA or grading or BG, like grading cards world. It essentially means that someone's sending you have a group of people sending you a bunch of cards to get graded for a cheaper rate in comparison to the base prices at which those companies are charging. And by doing so, like your shipping costs get lowered. The cost of grading your cards also get lowered. I know right now that's definitely not the case because of where PSA has changed their prices in regards to bulk, but it's one of those things where if you're one of those people that are only sending in 5 cards, per month in regards to grading, then going to a middleman or middlewoman is beneficial for yourself. So that's just what middlemen are.
So
they've got stability in the space. They're basically moving your cards from their location to PSA and then back to you.
So basically, if you don't want to send in cards yourself and do the legwork, they do it for you, but you pay a premium. Boom.
Yeah.
For them to do it for you. And I would look for like credible people, like Bonnie and Shivam.
Sometimes it's not even a premium though, because like before PSA changed their prices in October across the board, they gave people who sent in a large amount of cards, like let's say 50 cards or 100 cards or 200 cards, they would lower down their base prices for people who are meeting those quotas. So, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So no, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I was about to say, oh yeah, when they ask you questions or an update, like I remember you said something when you went live with Brown Eyes Yellow Dragon. Somebody asked you like 3 or 4 times, and you just kept racking it up or something like that. They just asked you the question, like, when's my sub? So it's like, okay, $5, another 5, another 5, another 5, and you would tell them the same thing.
Yeah, everything's on my website. Whatever you see on the website is what I see.
Yeah. Or they'll ask you questions, right? Like you charge per question at this point. Like when you're at that stage where they want to know investments or they want to know. Like, you have a Patreon, right? That helps.
Yes, I do.
That you have questions, so you can ask your
questions. I
questions.
teach private classes on Patreon, and it's doing pretty well.
Yo,
Wow.
she has
You're
so
a
much income sources. Like we're
hustler.
literally just touching the basic, like saying middleman.
Like you're a hustler. You really make me look bad. Like you
No,
are a hustler.
on her story, before we go into like the hot topic, on her story, she was saying she was going through all her shadowless base set cards, and she was like thanking everyone, for asking her
Oh,
questions.
oh yeah, I saw that live stream. It Those shadowless cards weren't from the questions that I answer. Every time I make money from questions, I reinvest it into the community.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to spend public money for myself because
Yeah.
there's no point. It's a waste.
Yeah.
So the cards that I purchased for myself, it's from my own jobs.
Right.
Okay.
With the money from Patreon and from questions, I was able to design this an elite trainer box case.
Yeah.
Ba-doom.
Yeah. A lot of
Dang.
I know a lot of people are starting to develop their own
I've seen
ETB.
like 3 of them. Yeah. 3 different
Because like I
people.
know Silver GT's doing it, and I know Enlisted Leaf just started doing it. It's like what's special about what yours is? Like what is yours, and how great is it? Tell us about that.
Mine, I hurt
like
myself a
the-
lot by accident, so I designed the edges to be rounded up here,
Oh.
so I don't
Okay.
stab myself.
Ah. Boom.
I also made the acrylic thicker,
Mm-hmm.
so it's more sturdier,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like the sliding lid.
I was about to say, where does
very
it open
clean.
up from? Okay, okay.
What's
Okay.
your take on like the magnetic cases? Because I know like a lot of people think that's kind of like the style now. Like every case I see now is like a magnetic now. So like, why did you opt in for a sliding one versus a magnetic case?
I think sliding ones are cheaper.
Okay.
Plus magnetic cases, maybe if you don't put the box in all the way and it like slams into the box, it might damage it.
Okay, that's fair.
That's what my fear was, so I designed something cheaper.
Okay, okay. Cool.
Okay, that's fair.
Do we want to move on to the spicy topic?
Yeah, let's do it. That's what she's here for.
Okay.
Flex.
What?
One more flex.
One more flex.
You can
Some
flex at any
guy.
point in this podcast. I think everyone's enjoying it.
Yeah.
The viewers ask for it.
I'm leaving.
Now you know how I feel.
French, Chinese, and German first
German,
edition
yeah.
Charizards
Wait, I
in
can do
mint
it. Watch
condition.
this. Wait, hold on. Boom. There.
Jesus.
Trying to collect all the languages. My English is locked up in my gun safe.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me put it back. Oh no, wait, where did your thing go? Should Cam, Yizzy Camp. Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, introduce the topic what everybody's here for and the spicy topic of the week.
So women in the community, that is a very, very big subject matter that's constantly being talked about. And I believe it should be constantly be talked about because I mean it's an ever increasing problem because I see more and more women in the Pokemon community who are either content creators or trying to do what you do. I'm starting to see that more and more often. And I have a lot of female friends in the Pokemon community who make a lot of content, and I see some of the messages and the comments that they receive, and honestly, it's sad and disgusting. It's upsetting. It's just something that has been going on, and I'm sure you've probably run into these sort of comments very often. So like, when you first came into the Pokemon community, what was it like for you as a woman coming in, and then what is it like for you now, and and are you like supportive of other women in the Pokemon community? And what do you do about that? Like I see a lot of I see a lot of issues in regards to like harassment and stuff like that. So just touch on that a bit more.
I was lucky joining into the community. People were very welcoming, so I got lucky there. But as my page grew, I got more and more hate messages to the point where I'm used to it. It happened every single day. And people would threaten me. They would say very inappropriate things. They would send me inappropriate things. At first, it hurt me. How could people be so cruel? But then now I'm like, I don't give a shit about them anymore.
Mm.
Why would I spend my energy, my time on people like that when I can find people like you guys that are out there?
Mm.
Right.
And that's my message to those that are getting bullied or harassed. Don't give them the time of day. You deserve a lot better. You're a high value human being and you
Mhm.
deserve other people like yourself. So don't pay any attention to those people and keep moving. You're gonna find better people, I promise.
For
Mm.
me, it's like that's really surprising how you say like you just don't care anymore. Like I know I get hate sometimes, and I'm so reactive, and it's like how do you like? It must have like I don't know how long it took you to like build up that sort of callous, like that mental callous towards that sort of hate. Excuse me, but like I feel like a lot of women have that sort of callous, like that metaphorical callous of being able to just not care what a lot of these guys say. But like I still like I see it all the time. And it's like, man, that's really sad. It's like it's very disturbing how like most of us men talk like this to people, or not even most. Just it's just there's no telling how many men talk like that to women. It's saddening.
I, for me, it got to the point where one day I just had a mental breakdown.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was just crying to myself, how can people like hate me? They don't even know me, and they're
Right.
sending me these threats. But after that, I got stronger. Sometimes it's just good to open up yourself and feel all that hurt and like
Right.
own it. Own it. It's okay to hurt. Just
Like
Mhm.
become stronger from it.
I remember like an incident that like it blew up last year where you put up a post where you said you were charging people for just questions, right? And
Mhm.
I believe it was kind of satirical, kind of on your end. It's like if you ask me questions, I'm going to charge you money for it.
Yeah,
There was some truth to that, and I know I commented on it. Sorry,
I
my cat.
remember.
And I commented on it, and I said like everyone else was being mean about it, and I was like, why are people being mean to you? And like for me, it's more so like I commented and how I just disagreed. I don't believe in having I don't believe in like calling someone names or anything. I believe like having a productive conversation with people. Like if like at that time I really didn't agree with what you were doing, but I really do see why you do what you do, right? When you get a huge influx of people who demand your services, then I see why like your time is so valuable to the point where you're gonna have to charge people for questions. Like at the end of the day, the more and more we get older, we should start valuing our time more. And you're really effective at doing that.
Mhm. I
So
remember that
yeah,
situation, and I remember deleting the comments,
yeah.
right? Because I wasn't after you.
Oh
You
yeah. No,
were,
I know that.
yeah, I wanted to clear up my thread because I want to attract all the haters like moths to a moth killer.
A moth. They're
And
moths. They're attracted to the
and they're
lights.
yes, I attract them all and I just wipe them out, every single one.
Yeah.
And I took care of them. They don't bother me anymore. Don't ask me how I
Wow.
did it. It's a secret, but
That was a
they don't
trap.
cross my way anymore. Yep, it was a trap. I was
Dang,
sick
that's
of it.
genius.
It was a trap and it was something that made me money. It was win-win-win for me.
Hmm.
And I planted a plant. Okay, this is for the haters out there. I planted a seed in their head so they don't forget me. And then they spread my name across the world. And of course, people are going to come and investigate. All the good people that come, all the bad people that come. Um, and then the bad people that come, I change their mind. I talk to them, I try to understand them, and now they're on my side. So I grew my business because of those haters, and I use them. It's free advertisement. I
Like
saved a lot of money on that.
I even know Ludkins even backed you up, which is crazy.
Ludkins did because
Yeah.
someone told me that Ludkins was sending these people to hurt me.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, of course, someone from Ludkins messaged me. He wasn't very nice, but I guess to get it over with, he just made a public comment.
Oh. So that's how big of a force you are. Like you're like people see you as actual legitimate competition. Like you are like very very legitimate competition to them. Like Ludkins, like I see Ludkins as like a lot of people see Ludkins as a big, company, and like in their eyes you are like, wow, this person's on the come up. Like this person is an established person. This person is very credible. They actually have a business. This is competition.
It was
That's
worth their
crazy.
time. at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Wow. Like
grading
you
isn't even my
really
business.
nailed the whole positive. You really nailed the whole win-win-win situation out of that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, grading isn't even your line of business. Is that what you
No,
said?
it's just a
Ah.
hobby of mine, so I'm not even trying.
Yeah.
What?
Well.
Oh.
Yeah. Do we want to touch on that? Like, I don't even know this.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Do you?
So
No. Okay. Do you? Do you want to touch on it?
what I say, like grading to me is like the rotisserie chicken of Costco.
Okay.
Do you guys get that reference?
No.
Yeah.
You do?
So there's
Okay.
a reason why Costco's rotisserie chicken is $5. It's to get people in the door all the way to the back.
Yep.
And in the meantime, when they're walking towards the back, they might buy a whole bunch of stuff. So
Okay.
grading for me is the rotisserie chicken. I get people in the door. I get to know them. I get to connect with them. And there's tons of services that they can buy. They can buy my supplies, which I sell Elite Trainer Box cases and semi-rigids that I designed. And they use me for authentication, for cleaning, for middlemaning trades. And I make a lot of money that way. And if they like my personality, they can hire me to be a Pokemon assistant. I can help them with their collection. I can answer questions for $30 an hour. Just a whole bunch of ways that I can make money.
Wow.
And that all stems from people stepping in the door through grading.
That is insane.
Yeah. So
Have you like? So like I know for myself, where I blew up on TikTok and my Instagram is kind of growing relatively big, but like I've gotten like a lot of blue check verified people in my DMs asking for help, and I'm one of those types of people that I like providing them with I like providing people with value first before I actually ask for something. So like when have you actually ran into anyone who is blue check verified?
A couple of people. Logan Paul.
Okay.
For some reason, he follows me on Twitter out of nowhere. I'm like, I should change my name to Boguru.
That's a good one.
Like, do they ever ask you for your consultation?
The blue check people?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd rather help someone that is a new collector, a small
fair.
account than a bigger account.
Do you ever like? I know for myself, like when you like whenever I run into people, whether they're blue check or not, you can like there's a way you can tell if someone's just like genuinely in it for the hobby, or like they're very very interested and they're curious whether they're blue check or not, or like they're just purely in it for the money. Like, do you like are you more I guess the right word is like are you going to be more helpful to the person who's just like genuinely curious and want to be a part of the hobby, and then are you just going to charge the person if they're like purely in it for the money, or is it just the same across the board for you?
I charge the people who are well known.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't know this, but I do a lot of community service still. So if I make money from this person, I can help a few more people without charge behind closed doors. Like people just recently fresh, I take them under my arms and I guide them, and they don't know who I am. I take care of them, and in the future they'll come back and they thank me and everything. But I like helping the underdogs.
Okay, that's cool. The true trooper of the people. I see you. Other people's hobby. So what do you have to say to like maybe like in terms of like the I guess harassment like women get in general? Like new collectors that come in. Like what would be your like best advice as far as that goes? Like if they're scared to come out or something like that, or scared to start because of some of the things they see.
I'd rather be open and be myself and have people try to hurt me. That way I can see who is bad and I can cut them out ASAP. You need to value your time more. And don't settle for less. There's no shortage of cards. So if there's someone that's bothering you and you don't want to deal with them, but you want their card, just move on. You don't have to buy their card.
Right.
There's plenty of cards out there. Just don't settle for less.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. I think you should find like a group or somebody that you can trust and like build a bond from that. Because I know like when I came into this, I didn't like go through a lot of bullying, but I felt alone. I feel like a big deal is like feeling alone in the community too, and you just connect with certain people and just build off of that too. Certain people you can trust in the
Right.
community. I trust Shiva, man. I didn't know him.
Yeah. So I wanted to touch on a little bit more of the market side of the hobby a little bit before we get into our sleeper of the week. So the biggest news right now, some of the biggest news right now is so back up, like I think it was like a month ago, right, where PokemonCenter.com started giving out special delivery Pikachus for every purchase that was at a minimum of $20. Those cards quickly went up to $80 to $100, and now you have PSA 10s that are selling for 5 figures. I just wanted to know, like you said, you had like you had a idea of why that's happening. So could you explain a little bit about that?
I think with 25th anniversary, people are going to think the prices are going to go up a lot. There's a lot of people in it for the money right now, so I think they are trying to buy out everything that might make them money.
Okay.
And they see that the Pikachu was very limited, only a few people got it, and it's hard to grade because of the scratches. So I guess they're trying to buy it all out to make money.
Do you think there's a little bit of like market manipulation that's going on in that regard? Like, do you think that, like, I'm starting to see like a bunch of news pop up, like the moment like the whole 25th anniversary thing kicked off on Pokemon's page with Katy Perry and stuff like that. I just saw like a massive price hike on everything. So like with trainer cards, you started to hear, like, myself and Niazi, we've been seeing a lot of news about how people are buying out all the full art trainer cards and charging an outrageous amount of money for trainer cards. And with this special delivery Pikachu, there was one instance that I saw where the person who had won it had a 0 seller rating, and I don't know, like I just think that, like, when we saw like the first edition Shadowless Charizard cards and how they were being manipulated in the market, I feel like there was like some sort of trickle down effect on across the board. And so, like, now it's like very, very difficult to know what is and what isn't market value because it's just so volatile right now.
Yeah, it's weird. So like, it's crazy to think a free card. Like, I understand the whole concept of supply and demand. Clearly, everybody wants it. It's limited. But I feel like, what's the outlier of this situation?
Is it truly limited?
Right. We don't. Do you even know how many have they printed?
Right.
But looking at a free card that just rose to like $300, almost $400, is just shocking. Like, the sense that concept was itself, it's crazy. And we look at these full art trainers, even the Lily cards, right? They call it the mother of full arts right now because that card went from like $60, I think, like $50-$60 a month or two ago, to now it's like almost $200 raw.
Wow.
Yeah, and it makes you think. Like, we're just talking and brainstorming, but it makes you think, like, how much of it is actually organic growth, right? When we see certain cards grow slowly, you're okay, that's organic, but it's very sus, right? In terms of the game, it's very sus. It's like that. What's that called?
Like, who's to say that Pokemon won't print out more special delivery Pikachus next Christmas?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Is it not possible? Because they're known to... Pokemon is definitely known to, like, balance the scale, right? They don't like this huge dip in... It's just like Champion's Path. They see a huge dip in, like, uneven scale, and don't you think they do stuff about, like, things like this? You think the Charizard come out, they're not going to, like, maybe print that even more than they were initially intended to?
TCPI is a company. Their premise, a company's goal is to maximize profits every single year. So of course they're going to do it. Like, what confuses me the most is like, so like when special delivery Charizard comes out, we all know what's going to happen. The same thing. It's going to be a lot worse in comparison to special delivery Pikachu, but the thing is that sort of artwork is very similar to the Pokemon New York Center when they released Lucky Stadium. So that's a promo that came out from the now defunct New York Pokemon Center. I think it's now called Nintendo New York. That's what it's called now. So like, when I see when I see prices like this in comparison to older Black Star promo cards, right? It just blows my mind. Like these are cards that have probably less of a population in terms of how often they were printed. Like Pokemon Center New York wasn't around for a long time, so there's no way they printed a lot of it to begin with. So like when you look at these cards right here, and I go on TikTok and I see one dude showing me hundreds of special delivery Pikachus just stacking them up, it just blows my mind.
Yeah, it does. I mean, like, what are some of the things you think are attributed, like specifics of like supply and demand?
Wow. One thing that I think contributed is the year that not a lot of people think about. The year is 2020. So a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, it's a 2020 card. They're not going to release it again in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why a lot of them are buying it out.
Yeah, but I think like Jordan Fringe, he touched on this a little bit. So like when you look at the 2020 lineup of Black Star promo cards, the last spot is for the special delivery Charizard, right? And that's being released this year. So like Pokemon's known to like even re-release stuff that came out from years before, like Ultra Prism. Ultra Prism is a great example. And they've done it with other sets as well. So like I don't know, it wouldn't surprise me. Like if they see like so much, like if like right now Pokemon like as a company, they're seeing like the prices, the secondary secondary market of how high these prices are getting. I like for like if I was if I was a higher up official in the Pokemon company, I feel like they're seeing that this is a completely missed opportunity. Like we should like make some more and then sell them out, because if they're selling for 5 figures, then of course other people are going to want it. Like they would want a cut of it.
But isn't that Shield though? Didn't you say that was Shield?
I think so. But some of them, I've been seeing some more and more about it. Like one person, I know Juggling Josh, he has mentioned that one of them was bought and it had like a 300 plus.
Oh no, but you're not talking about Delivery Pikachu. You're talking about Juggling Josh showed it was a first edition base set Pikachu, PSA 9 or 10.
No. I'm talking like this is on Facebook. So I saw Juggling Josh about it because Alex Hodges, he mentioned it on where this Pikachu sold for 5 figures. It's just one of those things. Like it makes no sense.
Chat, let me know how many of y'all have that Delivery Pikachu right now. I want to know how many people in the chat actually have. How many people? We got 88 people in here. 85. Yeah. Let me know. Type F in the chat if you have it.
How many copies do you guys have?
Oh, Delivery Pikachu?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let her know, Shiv. How many do you have?
I have 0.
I got a big goose egg, too.
I have 4.
My friend has 7 of them. I think I was talking to someone. He had 7 of them, and he runs a YouTube channel, too. He gave away 3 of them in this past 2 months.
Yeah, for me, it's just like I was going to get it. I had the shiny Celebi in my cart on Pokemon Center, and that's the only reason why I wanted to get it, because of shiny Celebi. I do like shiny Pokemon as well. I love shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon knows.
But I was like, you know what? I don't. I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to get it, and I was like, okay, it's not a big deal, Especially Delivery Charizard comes out, I'll get it because that is my favorite Pokemon. But yeah, it just baffles me. Like a lot of the stuff that's going on, like I feel like it's really, really, I wouldn't say frustrating. It just makes no sense to me. Like a lot of the people that are in here right now, they don't know. I mean, unless they're on TikTok, they know this is true. But like on TikTok right now, you have a lot of small content creators who are, when I say small, they're small on Instagram, they're small on YouTube, but they have 20 to 30 to 100 to even 150,000 followers on TikTok. And they can be like, the thing is like what I'm seeing is that they're hyping up just normal cards. And what's happening is that when they hype these cards up and they're getting thousands of views because organic outreach on that platform is ridiculously good, then they're creating misinformation and false demand. So like I'm also attributing that to a lot of. Is
that considered false demand though?
Yeah,
I think it's hype. So I know what you're talking about. Like,
yeah, it is hype.
People are blaming it on Pokemon influencers because of this right now.
To a
Like,
certain extent, yes. And I mean, people do. I agree. Some people are hyping up things that shouldn't be hyped. Like, for example, a good example is the Cinderace card. Not too long ago, it was Pokemon had declared it as an official air card, and there's just so much of it. So, like, I would, even in my own Discord, as well as TikTok, and even on Instagram, you see so many of these cards that aren't really worth more than $1 being sold for 30, 40, even $100.
yeah, yeah. So
Crazy.
I think that's a reason. I think there's a reason. I mean, we have influencers like Twice Baked Jake. I know he didn't do it with that intention, but like he was talking about how he was the full art trainers are undervalued. And then, man, I mean, he's at like almost 50K now, like, and getting an organic reach of like 20, 30,000 views per video. And then you have these influencers hyping up these full art trainer cards, and it's just absolutely insane when you think about it. Like, it's just crazy. And you have like Bodangers telling everybody to buy full art trainer cards.
No, I don't.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, this is what I do. I mind my own business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't worry. I don't spend my time worrying about the market because it's
Right.
gonna go down
Yeah.
once the
Everything.
hype dies down.
Yeah.
That's what I've always been doing. I don't spend my time worrying about other people. I spend my time like working hard, making money,
Yeah.
and when the price goes down, I buy it. I'm
Yeah.
patient.
Patience is
You
key.
you know for a fact you're going to be around in the hobby for the next 15 years. There's obviously going to be a point with, or even more. There's going to be many times and many opportunities to be able to get the cards that you want, especially if you want to be in this hobby for a very long time. So like that's sort of the mentality that I've had. I've done some things where I've I've actually rushed the process of getting, and I don't regret it. When I got my first edition PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard card, I was like, I see the prices for that one box, and it's going to continuously go up. Yes, it might go down, but I just wanted to get that one card just to secure where I'm at. But everything else, I'm just in no rush to get whatever now. Like, I've been saving up money. I've been making money. I'm content with where I'm at. All I'm doing now is just making content and then trying to get my website up so I can one day be like good old Bonnie over here, have a team, and then just basically have people.
How's
pay me
that
for
going?
it.
How's that going? How's that website going, man?
It's going okay. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and file for an LLC because my I have an enterprise with my family business, so I can just file my LLC with it. Shouldn't be too difficult. Then I have a buddy of mine who goes giving me consultation in regards to development of a website, and I also have Kanto Shark, who I'm also talking to right now in regards to it. So I'm trying to get everything done sometime
Making
soon.
moves.
Get the ball rolling.
Okay.
Gotta make money somehow, man.
I'm gonna make a list of undervalued like influencers in the community. I feel like
I don't think there's a thing called undervalued.
not
influencers.
undervalued, but like sleepers.
I don't think so.
Ooh, we should do a segment. Sleeper influencers in the community. Ooh.
See, that's the thing. I gotta disagree with that. I don't think there really is a sleeper influencer, right? Influencers' jobs is to get as many eyes on them as much as possible based off their content. If their content isn't popping off, then they're not really a sleeper. Does that make sense?
No.
People haven't seen my collection.
Yeah, I feel like Bodangers is a sleeper, you know? I think her story, her core values, and her business is undervalued. It's definitely successful, but you can still be successful and undervalued.
Do you see yourself as a Pokemon influencer, or do you see yourself just as like a strictly Pokemon business person?
I see myself as just a regular collector.
Boom.
Okay.
And I just got
Take
lucky.
that, Chef. No, I'm just kidding.
There it is.
Yeah. What are they saying? I don't want to read that.
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm trying to read. Yeah, that's a good answer. So like, when is that? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a correct way to say. Do you want to be an influencer? Like, is that one of your goals? Because I know Shiv is, and like I guess that's why I'm like pushing forward with this stuff too.
I want to fight cyberbullying, so whatever that takes.
I love that. Cyberbullying.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Shiv, were you bullied when growing up?
Yeah. I think most kids were bullied when they grew up.
No.
Yeah.
Most
Were you,
kids?
bro? I was the only Indian dude in my entire
Really?
grade. Of
In
course, I got
Virginia?
bullied.
There was only
In
two
South,
Asians where I was.
yes, yes, I was the only brown
All right,
kid, man.
okay, let's share a bullying story because she shared a bullying story with her Pokemon
Oh,
cards. I think we should share a bully story.
bad.
Heart
Mine gets
heart
bad.
time.
Heart to heart time. Okay, so one day, right, in middle school, I was walking home because my parents worked hard and couldn't pick me up on time because they worked till like 10 o'clock at night. So I had to walk to the library and like either they would come get me during like an off hour. But my mom was like a waitress at a Chinese restaurant and my dad was the cook there. So anyways, I was walking to the library and that's where I go every day because they don't close till like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. And there's these two bullies that always picked on me when I walked there. Finally, one day, they grabbed my backpack, right, and threw it over a fence in the swimming pool. And I was like, what the heck? And so I just snapped at them. I started chasing them. I was like, and I tackled the guy, right? And mind you, I've been bullied for like 2 years at this point. Like, the whole year, and like they were bullying me even last year, but I finally snapped and I like tackled him. I didn't punch him, right? I put him down and I put him in a chokehold, and then I was like, oh crap, what am I doing? I was watching UFC at the time, and then I told him to stop. His other friends scurried away, and they never messed with me again. But it was pretty sad because my book bags.
Oh dang.
Yeah, dude, I went in on them. But think about them just messing with me, like saying like racial slurs and just pushing me always. And yeah, I finally slapped on them. Or snapped on them. I went ape crap on them.
Did you get in trouble?
No, this was after school. So they would
Okay.
harass me after school. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
That's
before that, do y'all know what a dead leg is? So basically, do you know what a dead leg is? Any of y'all?
No.
It's when they knee the crap out of you at the side of your thigh. So like right here.
Oh.
Right here, they'll go boom, boom, and hit you like right there. And like your leg literally will die. Like you just can't feel it. And I remember walking home, and this kid was here, his other friends behind him, like kind of laughing, and he just goes boom, hits me as hard as he can, and I just hit the floor. I thought I was
Oh my
dying.
God.
Yeah, I literally thought I was dying. I'm like, holy crap, I'm dying. I can't feel my leg. Like the sensation you feel from a dead leg is like, dude, like just ask someone to do it to you, like in a friendly manner, and like just tell them to tap it. Oh God, it hurts so bad.
Yeah, my score is worse. I don't want to talk about mine.
What? I mean, tell another one. Tell a kid-friendly one.
So in middle school,
Oh my
so
gosh.
I'm Hindu, so I'm vegetarian, right?
Where were you born?
Huh?
Like what? Where were you born?
I was born in Virginia.
Oh,
I was
never
born,
mind.
born in
Well, that
Um,
failed.
So and back then when I was a kid, so like I didn't, I was like 5'2" until I graduated, until I graduated high school. So I was a very, very small kid. And so basically, I've been a vegetarian my entire life. So like
Wow.
the guys that I ate lunch with, they knew it. And I would always, I'd always buy my lunch, and I was always like a really, really nice, a friend. I was a really nice person. So I'd go out of my way to get people stuff. And so I would set down my lunch, and I'd go off to get them something, like juice box or something. And this is in 7th grade, might I add. And this probably happened like multiple times. I couldn't do anything about it because I was super small. But even the teachers, they wouldn't really help me out. But they would put meat in my food, and I could not eat it.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
very bad.
Holy crap. Wait, so like, did you see the meat or like?
No, they made it really, really visible. So
Oh, how bad? It would be even worse if they like hid it from you, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because like biologically speaking, like if you go so many years without eating meat, your body starts producing the enzymes to digest it. So you I would
get sick.
immediately out. Yeah.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah, that was my childhood.
Bullies.
But then but then in college I became really, really cool, and then my fit working out, and now I'm kind of yoked, so I'm good now.
No, I was never cool. That's
Did you guys ever check up on your bullies to see where they are in life?
Yeah, so some of my bullies, they kind of, most of them all apologized, so at some point in high school. So like this was all middle, like elementary school, middle school. High school, it didn't happen because like a lot of people sort of like see what they did and they sort of regret it. So like a lot of them apologized. one guy, like, he never really apologized, but then he thinks like we're still buddies. But like I'm just really nice to people, so like he doesn't have like the best of life. So like I just don't. I mean, as a Hindu, I believe in karma because karma is a Hindu concept, and so like I mean, eventually he probably got what he deserved. So I don't really do anything about it.
Yeah. No, I never caught up with my bullies. I know one of my bullies. I know he's like an FBI agent now.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he was like 6'5", like one of the smartest guys. He's the one that like called me all like the racial slurs. But like, I think in college, usually in college, like everybody was really nice. Like I think not nice, but then that's when I feel like Asian people hit like a glow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do.
Whoa! I'm talking. No, like I think it's because like we look young like a lot of the times, but yeah, I was just like really dorky and short. Like I think I've been like 5'6", 5'7", like since the 7th grade. Like I never grew ever since. I grew sideways, not upwards.
I'm like 5'9".
Like I was like, do what?
I'm not the tallest in you. I'm like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, so I grew sideways, but you know everybody got. I think I played soccer too, and then I had that core group of like 4 friends, and so they would always like I don't know they would have my actually you know what they bullied me too, but like usually when we got to college, everybody was really nice. I went to a very diverse college too. When I went to my college, it was crazy because I was like, whoa. I see another Asian every time I walk down the street. Like it's crazy. My mind was blown.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, I know one of them's FBI agent. Back to your question, one of them, I think he just probably works like at a local job here, like nothing special. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
I know this went the other direction. We were already talking about Pokemon. Now we're talking about bullies in our lives.
Yeah. Let's get back into Pokemon. So, let's get into the sleeper of the week. Myself and Yizzy, we always like to bring something special, something that we believe is not really looked at too often, and we think it deserves special attention. I know last week, I talked about vintage Pokemon toys, because why not? I mean, everything is so undervalued, and I think one of those things are something that just doesn't really get a lot of recognition in the Pokemon community. So, typically speaking, we like to get our guests to give us, a special sleeper of the week. So, Bonnie, what's something that you think is not really looked at and you think people should look at?
Does it have to be a toy?
No, it can be anything in the community, like anything Pokemon.
Okay, I have the cards right here.
Okay. You can show us if you'd like. You think that's a sleeper?
Yes.
Wait, is that the English? Japanese? Does it have to be Japanese or just that card?
Japanese. Just this card in Japanese.
Okay.
I think it's at a really good price point at around 130 right now. As you can tell from like the Ultra Shiny, the Japanese Hidden Fates counterpart, that Charizard was $60, and then eventually it became a $600 card in PSA 10.
Wow.
So I think it's gonna be the same thing for this Charizard.
Dang, that's true.
So I purchased. I purchased a lot more copies.
That's the same price as a box, like less than a box, and that's the card you want. That makes a lot of sense. Shiv looks shocked. He's like, modern? What? He like does toys and like says all these vintage cards. You know what I told him 4 weeks ago, Shiv, I remember. I told him that Pikachu card with the Pikachu and Friends with the box and Sword and Shield. I was like, that should be a sleeper. And then Shiv's like, no, that's dumb. And that card has blown up so much. That card in general. Like, it was like... Go ahead.
My thing is, when it comes to modern cards, the reason why I'm uneasy about modern cards and telling people about modern cards in particular is because of the fact that there is a lot of inflation in regards to modern cars. There is just so much product
Yes,
out.
but at a
So, like,
at a
but hold on.
affordable price. Like if it's like, okay, that card was like $5, you
Yeah.
know.
That's another special exception is back when Tag Team All Stars came out. The gold Reshazard card was a great price point. It was $50, and the box itself was $65. You could buy the card itself before even buying the box. You get it graded. Now the card's going for over $200+ as a PSA 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great card, for example.
Yeah.
But my thing is like there is a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of FOMO.
I believe that.
The type of advice I like to give is like advice that's gonna last even after the hype is over with.
I can see that because vintage they've already ran its course, so there's a history and a solid like value behind it too.
That too, but it's more so like the fact that like I like to think of like this: if all these grading companies like just one day caught up on all these submissions, what would be the population for a lot of this stuff?
Yeah. I mean that's definitely a key. Like, but
that's just how
I think we're at 1 hour and 1:15, so we're let's go ahead and go into the Q&A because I don't want to hold up her time. We want to be respectful for our guest.
Yeah.
No problem.
This is time is money. We talked about this earlier, Shiv.
Yeah.
Time is
Sorry.
money. Okay, so
We're gonna have to for like $500 after this.
yeah. Every question, guys, she's charging. She's building a tab. She doesn't forget. As you can see, she remember when Shiv commented. She said, "Yeah, I remember." I low key.
Yeah, I remember telling him I wasn't after him. He can just.
Yeah. I remember.
He's not my target.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and unless you want to say something else, we can go ahead and go into the Q&A, answer like, maybe a couple questions and then.
Let's just go into the Q&A.
Okay, let's do this,
time
guys.
there.
All right, Q&A. Go ahead, guys. Ask Bonnie questions. You remember she charges $30 a question. Is it $30?
$30 an hour.
$30 an
Over voice
hour.
chat.
Over voice chat. So we're gonna cover your bill this time. So no worries, right, Shiv?
Yeah, you just make sure you cover my end. So like she's basically you make sure you like PayPal her like $60.
Gotcha. Okay. So but it's only 15 minutes. Okay, 15 or 10 minutes. Just when it gets dry. So let's go. Yo, I'm gonna be really sad when she doesn't. Thoughts on WotC EV promo as a sleeper? Anyone y'all want?
I'm not even seeing that. I'm seeing thoughts on Black Star WotC promos and movie promos.
Huh?
Black Star movie promos. I think they're common. It's easy to find them in mint condition.
I went down. We already know Shining Fates is going to get scalped at high heavens. Do you think eventually backfire on the scalpers?
Yeah, it will.
I'm a true believer on like patterns recognition.
Ooh, this is a good question.
So I think it will. You're seeing. Let me answer this real quick. You're also seeing a lot of drought in current products that people are putting out, and it leads me to believe they're using all their resources on Shining Fates and know this is going to be a big deal. So yeah. Okay, what's your question?
The question is what, Bonnie? What do you think about Topps Chrome, Spectra, Sparkle, and Techno?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Add to that, do you think that we'll see an increase in Topps cards this year, or in popularity?
I think they will increase. They've always been increasing.
Yeah.
And they'll keep going up. They're just really beautiful cards. It's extremely hard to find them in mint condition.
Very.
So if you're able to find them raw, just take that chance and overpay. Maybe pay a little bit more than market price because the opportunities like that, they don't come easily.
Yeah. Population. That
Well
stuff
said.
is like.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to overpay for a card. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I don't spend time haggling. I just, if it's right and I know it's going to go up, I just
I love that.
spend the money.
I love that.
That's what I did with a lot of my. That's what I did with my first edition Blaine's Charizard when I first bought it. Like market was 200. I was like, this is right, looks right, high quality pictures. I was like, this could get either a 9 or a 10. I spent 300 on it.
I think I started doing that when I lost a deal because I offered maybe like I think it was $20 less than what they were asking for. I think they were asking for like $300 for a whole set of the Neo secret file or whatever with the chart. It had the Neo files or whatever, but it's not.
Starters in the starter line.
Yes, but it was the second one with the Umbreon and all that. And he was selling the whole set, and I was just trying to save $20 on it. This was back, and it was like a couple of them, and then someone ended up just scooping it up, hit the buy it now, and I was like, I hate myself. So I knew it was worth it. What he was asking for was definitely worth it. So ever since then, if it's worth it, yeah, I would just scoop it up.
Here's another cool question.
Does she? Go ahead.
Outside of like the Pokemon TCG, like, do you have any other hobbies outside of Pokemon?
Yeah.
To answer that question, I do collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I did want a Black Lotus just because, just for fun. But that was just a not smart move on my end financially.
Mm-hmm.
But other hobbies, no, I pretty much sacrifice my life for Pokemon. I'm a very boring person.
Are you?
In real life, I don't really go out that much.
I mean, that's I mean, like, a lot of people do, but like when you're loaded and you're young and you're like in your 35s and you're already a millionaire, then you can enjoy the rest of your life. That's how I like to see things.
True.
No, I think like my way of getting introduced to your page was like when you were showing like DDS Blue Eyes White Dragons, and that's like a card that I've always wanted to have as a kid. That's something I will be chasing this year. But like I just remember buying the video game, like my mom and dad getting the video game for me, and they got the second print of the video. And so like I thought I was gonna get like a Dark Magician or a Blue Eyes, but no, I didn't. But now it's like, man, I really like that. That's not gonna be the one card that leaves me. So I'm definitely going to get that.
Okay. What WotC reprint would you want for the 25th anniversary October set?
I'd say Neo Genesis with the Lugia.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Evolution Booster. Evolution Booster Box is up to 700. Do you think that is just hype, or will it drop back down?
I think it's gonna hit 1,000. That's why I purchased 3 cases. I opened around
from your
10
distributor.
Cases. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of it.
I opened around 10 cases overall. And I sold them all to pay off my last 3. So I have 3 free cases waiting for it to hit 1,000.
I heard from distributors they're still trying to get rid of it at their warehouses. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. This was like a month ago though, from an inside resource. I don't know which warehouse you go through, but some of them they're trying to get rid of it, but they're wanting market price. They want market price.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah, they're not going to charge you like whatever boxes usually.
It looks so dumb if this price like for Evolution just goes so high. Like, man, I should have got this.
I turned down a case for $700, dude.
Like, my money's been well spent. I got a snap machine. I'm okay with that.
That's going to explode. But seriously, no, I'm not. I think that's all the questions. If y'all don't have any more questions.
There's one more that we missed twice.
Oh, go ahead. See if you want.
Wiccan Changs ask, what do you guys recommend to make connections in this community, especially as someone who doesn't plan to sell anything?
That's actually a pretty good question. In regards to, it just comes down to just meeting like-minded people like yourself. Join Discords, I think that's like the best way of doing it. There's plenty of like Discords that a lot of people have of their own, and you can make and meet plenty of people and just having a simple conversation. Because like when you're on Instagram, you're not really, unless you're in your group chats or whatever, like everyone else has, unless you're not in those, like typically speaking, people just post pictures and that's it. That's the end of the Instagram sort of side. Mm-hmm. And that's, yes, you're connecting with people to a certain extent, but like not to the extent of like actual friendships. Like if you join a Discord, right, you're going to meet people, you're going to have a conversation, you're going to connect with them in more ways than one outside of just Pokemon, right? So I think that's just the best way to doing it. And sometimes, DMing people is just the way to go, Like I built a lot of, great relationships with people from a professional standpoint. And it's always been great, I don't plan on selling some of my more rare cards. I mean, sometimes I plan on trading them, but the stuff that I have, like that I don't plan on selling at all, those will not go away. Like I have stuff right now that's sitting in my safety deposit. Now it's like I don't plan on losing those or selling those too. So I mean, it doesn't like building connection doesn't necessarily mean you have to sell something.
Yeah. What about you, Bonnie?
How I build connections?
Mm-hmm.
Community service. Go out of your way to help people. I run a group. It's called Pokemon Graded Cards Only. Buy, sell, trade, appraise, flex.
Is this
And
on what group? On where?
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did a lot of community service in that group.
Oh,
And that's how
wow.
you build connections.
That's good. Okay, there we go.
By word of mouth. That is the fastest way.
That's something similar I kind of do. Like on TikTok, I like to so like I run a TikTok live all the time. It's called Let's Talk Pokemon, and like knowing that there's a lot of misinformation on TikTok, I like to combat that by like just doing lives. Like I used to do it every day for about an hour and a half, but now I just do it like every other day.
Mm-hmm.
I just answer questions. Like if someone had asked me like, hey, what do I think about this and that, I just my time to help people out in that regard, because there's just a lot of stuff out there that just it makes no sense, and I don't want those people to get steered wrong and feel like they lost. That's just what I do.
Okay, let's take 2 more questions. Everybody smash that like. If you smash that like, we'll take 2 more questions. Right, Bonnie? Last 2 questions.
I have time.
Okay. Last 2 questions. Go ahead and smash that like. I see 91 people, 98, and 40 likes. So smash that like, and then we'll answer 2 questions. And thank you all for joining. Before we end this, I want to go ahead and thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay.
Flexes?
What do you think about more flexes? Okay, go ahead. Yeah. What do you think about box breaks?
For box breaks?
Mm-hmm.
As long as everybody's having fun, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Boom. There it is. That easy.
Yeah. As long as both sides are happy.
Boom. Oh my gosh, that's the one that I fainted on. That's what I was telling you about.
Oh my gosh, she on X Games mode.
Because a lot of cards in there. The Evo.
Get out of here.
All right, I'll see you. I'm just kidding.
I'm jealous right now.
Yeah. Gosh, that was crazy. Did you know like what was it? Bonnie, let people know some of the prices that like you got it in the past year. Like it makes me like cringe when you say.
Okay, well, my Gold Star Charizards were around 180 each.
Bruh.
The Gyarados were 50. Mew was 50. These evolutions were 40 each. Ththese were 20. This was 30.
Shiv, shake your head.
40.
Do this. You're doing this. Do this, Shiv.
Rayquaza was 200 near mint.
Oh my god.
I had opportunities to buy 9 copies, but it was just too much money at the time. These guys were 150,
Those are the Latias.
70, 100,
Torchic.
gem mint quality, and then these were like 50.
Like right now, like I'm probably spending like I don't know, maybe $2,000, $3,000. Like right now, nothing.
Oh, they
Like,
couldn't see anything. Dang. Hold on. Let me fix that for y'all. Boom.
Like, I know
Okay, go ahead. Do that again, Bonnie.
Like this?
Okay, that works. I'm just blowing your thing up more now.
I just know like if I was spending that level of money back then, I'd be balling out right now. Like I know how much money I spend on a monthly basis of Pokemon. And God, man, I'd be one happy camper if I had that binder right now.
Dang. Hold on, let me blow it up a little more. Oh, those are all shining.
$50 approximately each.
So
I was a hoarder back then.
you spent all your money every time she made like a check. She just spent on Pokemon cards, and she would
Paycheck
eat
to
spam.
paycheck.
Oh my God.
I've never had spam. No, not spam. It was what's that? The fish. What's that fish in a can?
Sardine?
Sardines. Dude, her sardine recipe is fire. You should try it.
I don't spend extra money to have fun. I don't really watch movies. I don't go out to eat that much. I cooked at home. And all the extra money was invested in Pokemon. And this is just one binder. I have around 15 locked up.
And you would never sell those, right?
Mm-mm.
Like even if like let's say Logan Paul gave you like an an astronomical number in regards to like a price, right? Would that ever make you think twice? Like let's
I
say
am.
that I give you like like $2 million.
Life-changing money.
Uh-huh. A lot of these cars have sentimental value, so I'd rather take that than money right now.
And like the way you're living, you're comfortable and like how you do. It's not like you need that extra
Yeah,
funds, right? Like
Nope.
yeah,
I have a job and everything to live
that's
out my life.
that's what I was thinking too. Like a lot of these things, like I'm comfortable in what I do. Like
exactly.
there's not a lot that I not care about, but it's like I don't need a Lamborghini to make myself happy. You know, I'm happy with my Subaru.
No, less
Subaru.
too. But like part of me is like, man,
We
$2
all drive
million.
Subarus.
I want a Subaru BRZ. I'm getting
Uh,
that next.
oh, we can
I'd,
all be Subi
I,
buddies.
I might be
Okay.
able,
What was
I
that?
might be Batmobile. I'm comfortable with that.
Your Batmobile?
My dad mobile.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But is that was two questions, right? Or did we?
Yeah,
That's it. Well,
yep.
guys, how many people? Thank y'all all for smashing the like. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we gotta do our. Do you have a teacup, Bonnie? I forgot to ask you.
I have a shot glass.
That works. Someone partying hard. Well, what we do? Oh, we usually use a glass, but we don't have to. Let's close it out, Shiv. Go ahead.
All right, so Bonnie, you can do this with us. So we like to, sip with a teacup, and then we deuces, and then we salute out.
I want everybody
Okay?
in the chat
So-
to do this, guys. Everybody do it with us. I know this sounds a little kind of weird, but nobody's watching you. You know, just do it with us.
Yeah, you just do it with us. So sips up, deuces, and we're out.
Was that the end or was that a practice?
That was practice.
Okay. Dang, Shiv, I'm trying to make it clear. But guys, go
Oh.
follow Shiv. Go follow Bodangers. Follow me if y'all haven't. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like. Follow them on Instagram. They're really active too. So if you want to build around the community, they have link trees in their bios too. And I talk to all these people, even some people in the chat. Everybody's cool in here. You know, I surround myself with positive people, cool people. You know, that are willing to add value to the community and help people out too. So, Bonnie, thank you so much for coming on this show for real and kind of spreading your knowledge in the community and your experience, because there's not a lot of people like you. You're cut from a different cloth, and I love your drive. I love your drive from bullying to collecting and just influencing people in the right way, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
all my opinion, but
All righty. So
All right.
let's go ahead and sign off. Sips up.